Hey y'all, this is Chantel. Welcome to our homestead. Today, I wanted to let you guys know we are raffling off a gift basket which is valued at $40, and the tickets are only $5 each. And you have till July 1st to get your tickets. July 2nd, I'll announce the winner. The link for your payment is posted on this channel. And today I wanted to show you guys how to make and can your own homemade dill pickles. And if you've never canned anything, it's not a big deal, because honestly, it's more intimidating saying it than what it actually is to do it. So if you stick with me, I'll show you what you need to get started. Alright, so I've got 3.5 pounds of pickling cucumbers, ground turmeric, black peppercorns, mustard seed, dill seed, red peppers, crushed garlic, white vinegar, sugar, pickling salt, the slotted spoon, a ladle, measuring cups, measuring spoons, my jar lifter, 4 pint jars, my water bath, and inside I have my steam rack because you don't want to set your jars on the bottom of your pan. Alright, so now what you want to do is cut the ends off of your cucumbers. And we do have a homestead, so we save ours and put them in the compost. And then after that, you just cut them 1/8 of an inch thick. You can even throw your smaller ones, throw them in there whole, or cut them into the long slices. It's just however you prefer. I always cut mine up into 1/8 of an inch. So now we have our cucumbers cut up. So you want to add 1/4 of a spoon, or I'm sorry, 1/4 of a cup of canning salt to that. And just stir that up really good. You do want to make sure that you get the canning salt stirred up really good. So they should look about like that. Once you're done, the next thing you want to do is I do 2 paper towels and place over top of it, and then dump some ice in on top of that, and then put that in the refrigerator for 4 hours. The reason why is it makes a more crisp pickle, but I'll see you in 4 hours. So the 4 hours have passed. All you gotta do now is just take out your paper towel with the ice. And then you want to rinse the salt off of the cucumbers. Alright, so in your bigger pot, where did mine go? You want to put 4 teaspoons of dill seed. And 4 cloves of garlic. And 2 teaspoons of mustard seed. And 16 whole black peppercorns. And you don't want to really put too much of that in there because it will make it hot. Okay, and then a half a teaspoon of ground turmeric. Now we need 2 cups of water. And then 1.5 cups of white vinegar. Okay, and then 2 tablespoons of pickling salt. Okay, and then 1 tablespoon of sugar. Okay, and now all you gotta do is put that on the stove, bring that to a boil. While you're waiting on that to come to a boil, always use this time to go ahead and fill up my water bath. And you only want to put enough water in it about to come over about an inch over your jar. So now that your pickling brine is boiling, now add your cucumbers. So just stir them up really good and bring those to a boil. In the meantime, make sure you have your water bath filled up and turn the stove on high so the water will be boiling, so it'll already be hot when you're ready to set your jars in there. So now that the pickles are boiling, so now is when we're going to take the jars and use your funnel and fill them up with using a slotted spoon. You want to make sure if you get any garlic in it, just get 1 clove, because 1 clove is going to go in the jar anyways. So I usually fill mine up to about right there. So you've got all of your pickles divided up between your 4 jars. So now you want to use a ladle and put your pickling brine amongst the 4 jars as well. So the way that I do mine to get my lids on, because the jars are hot, is I use a pot holder, and then I'm able to screw them on there pretty tight. Okay, so now using a jar lifter, which is this. So you just want to make sure that you get it around the bottom part of the ring and just stick it down in your water bath. You don't have to can yours if you don't want to, but I do like canning. Okay, so you can just leave those sit for 15 minutes in there, and when you take them out, if some of your jars haven't sealed, it's alright, because after they sit, as they're cooling off, a lot of times they'll go ahead and seal themselves anyways. But I hope you guys enjoy the pickles. See you next time.